Hello guys, this is leathertoolz. Today I want to show you a fun little cool way of how to store your needles. So this is the one that I made for myself. I usually had a wooden storage container that you could buy from eBay. And I thought it was a pretty cool idea that you have a wooden and you have a brass screw part where you can twist it together to secure your needles. But I just wanted to have something for myself that I could use it for a long time. So I want it to be metal. And there are a lot of metals out there. There are copper, which is this one, and brass, stainless steel, aluminum, and so forth. And the only access that I had from hardware store, at least where I am right now, is a copper pipe. Copper pipes are super common. I think most countries have the hardware store and carries specific size of copper pipes because it's used in water supply system a lot. Some places I think you may also get brass pipes as well, but it's not super common. And I chose copper because it's softer than brass, and it's also has this patina characteristic, and it's readily available for all of these parts. Because some parts you can only get brass. For example, you can only get the brass part for this one, but copper and copper. So I didn't like the combination of mixture in this case. So I wanted everything in same metal. So I made this one, and I just wanted to show you quickly about it. So this is just a needle case which I made again. Not sure exactly the name of this. It's a pipe end, so it has a about quite thick walled copper, solid copper, and has a line with a rubber ring seal inside. So it does give you a bit of friction, so it stays there. It doesn't fall down. So you have to just pull it out like this. And this is another end cap here. I epoxy glued the end cap to this round pipe, and I used a pipe cutter instead of just cutting with a saw, because you need to have this very clean cut and also very perpendicular to this wall. So I used the pipe cutter to cut it, and I made this very nice enough length to turn it into a needle case. So it's a fun little project that you could do. Unfortunately, I didn't make video how to make this type of needle case, but it's quite straightforward. Just a end cap, pipe, and another type of end cap. If you work in such industry, maybe you can name it the specific, correct terminology for each part, but mainly you need to buy 3 parts, and then that's it. The cost is of course a little bit higher than you would buy a wooden one, but then it's a worth thing to do, because it's worthwhile doing it to pass your time during this crazy season. So if you have some ideas, you can also use it your own as a needle case. I thought this idea is pretty cool because I love the trench art from World War era. I'm not sure if you know this. Back in World War I and II, a lot of soldiers they make trench art. So they make lighter from bullet casings, and they also make cigarette holder out of bullet casings, or cannon shells and stuff. So there are a lot of items that were made in war era that were made in trench. I'm not sure if really they made it in trench or they made it in a safe house, or I don't know. But those items are quite unique. That have a characteristic of handmade, but also it carries the history and the story behind it. So I love those kind of trench art objects. I don't have one, unfortunately, but I would love to in the future for sure. And this one, it'll be more like trench art for me. So I utilized the parts for water supply industry and turned it into a leathercraft tool item which holds the needle. Oh, and one thing I just want to mention is that I put a leather circular cuts inside the cap, so that these needled points doesn't get dull or doesn't get deformed while it's hitting the copper top, or at least the copper also doesn't get dinged up continuously because the needle hits it constantly. If I just tell you the length of the whole thing, I made it for about almost 9 centimeter. Yeah, that's almost like, this is 2 inch, so from here to here is 2 inch, so slightly smaller than, shorter than 2 inch. I think it's a great size for needle that fits mostly for the fine leather crafting. For saddlery and also for other leather work, sometimes you have a massive needle for this much long, but I wouldn't carry around, or I wouldn't keep it in this way. If I ever do so, I'll make a new one, much longer one, again for longer needles. So at this time I only need the copper, a smaller one, so I just use the shorter casings like this to make it into needle case. Yeah, so funny enough, after closing down, this is exactly 9 centimeters. So copper does get patina very easily, very well patinaed also. I don't want to do the forced patina, which is, you know, one of those you buy chemical and you apply it and it immediately turns into a blackish color. You can apply on copper, brass mostly, and you can apply on carbon steel as well. I didn't do that this time. This one I want to make it real. I want to make this one as a natural patinaed object as time goes. Yeah, so this is the needle case that I made recently, and I thought I would share with you guys so that you guys also get the inspiration as well. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, I'll see you guys next video. Bye bye.